Well, hello, my beautiful Taurians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using Gaia chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. Also, if you did not win the previous competition, do not fret, because of course I will be reopening the competition, a new one, and I'll let you know how to win that in the next couple of days, because my guides will give me specifics for that competition. But I will be running another competition. I do want to get around to giving everyone a reading at some point, but of course I'll methodically make my way through that. So I just thought I'd let you know. With that in mind, let's get straight to your reading, because I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your monthly reading for October. I always say this, I can't believe it's come around already, but here we are. October really is upon us, and it is literally one of my favorite times of the year. It's when the veil between worlds becomes thinner, and it is here that we honor the ancestors even more, especially during Samhain, Halloween to some, of course. And it is here that we receive important messages, feel their presence, cheerleading us from the sidelines, and really acknowledge any lessons that arose from any challenges that you may have experienced throughout the year. Now, we have officially moved into glorious Libra season, a very transformative month where humanity naturally starts to celebrate and seek more light. Illumination, gratitude, developing intuition, and of course introspection are heightened themes during this month to really reflect on your journey so far, the wins you have accomplished along the way, the difficulties you overcome, to lean into purpose and accomplish great things, and of course the abundance that is yet to be harvested. We bond ever closer to nature and the elements during October as well, to seek tranquility as we prepare to unwind or wind down as we start to close out the year. This is where you really feel the shift. Now, this is the month of personal reward on so many levels. Libra season encourages us to cultivate balance in our lives and offers opportunity for justice and fairness. All that hard work starts to pay off, bigger opportunities are offered, and tangible success is delivered. I mean, that was a long time before my guides wanted this card for you. It popped out. So perhaps you are deliberating on something that's taken a long time. Maybe this is the month where the breakthrough happens, or you decide on something. It just felt like this was very deliberate, this card. We have transformation. It's a big change, whatever it is, an end of something to bring in something new, but we'll get to this card in a moment. Now, I love Libra season. Of course, it offers bigger opportunities, and of course, tangible success is delivered during this time. It's also a time where, we deepen relationships and lean into softness as we seek comfort, togetherness, and nurture our connections towards people, animals, and places that we really have an affinity with. Now, you may also feel called to refine your personal style during this period, be more flamboyant, pay extra attention to the aesthetics of your home life. artistically craft something personal for either yourself or your friends. Submerge yourself in your favorite music or book. Decorate your living space with art, or simply encourage your sensual side out to appreciate the beauty around you in the present moment. And although you're super busy, this month offers you a personal breath of stillness within to check in with yourself and reaffirm your path. Now, we have Neptune influencing us this month. You might want to lose yourself in a world of fantasy where you cozy up with either that movie I was talking about. You know, there's that withdrawal card with the Hermit there. So cozying up with a good movie, or even attending a fancy dress party, because of course, you know, Neptune is all about that fantasy. Maybe you dress up as a character that you desire to embody, or even plan a great escape vacation. But Libra's steady grounding will offer you a spiritual detox, and your 12th house is really going to benefit from that because that influences you at the beginning of the month. And it's where we mentally declutter, we hold ourselves accountable, and if you've been relying on any excuses to either avoid something or someone, these excuses will fall away. It's a time to get real with yourself and with others, of course, and face everything head on. Now, this astrological combination is a perfect time to advance on your dreams and make those goals become your reality, of course, and see the rewards of those goals becoming your reality as well there. It's a season as well to seek closure on projects, on relationships, or even environments that you've outgrown. There's a lot of change going on for you in the month of October there for you, but you're creating space for new developments to come on in, or new pathways to emerge for you. And also, this period reminds us to embrace the moment due to the cyclical nature of all things. Now, the full moon this month is actually pretty special. It's a harvest moon, it's a hunter's moon, and it's also a super moon, all rolled into one. Okay, so it will occur in the dynamic sign of Aries. So you'll be pushing through with your passion. You know, it's an exciting time, and it's a period where you're going to have a little bit more energy than usual. And of course, this moon is going to be the first of 3 consecutive supermoons to close out the year. Definitely a time to be clear, follow your passions, and you're going to see that you're going to advance and make great leaps ahead. Also, those seeking love will also find increased opportunity. There's a lot of heavy energy here for you. It's like you're being very practical with your cards. It's like, okay, I'm deliberating on this, but when I've decided, it's done. There's a whole wedge of cards right here for you, and I feel like it's like cut to the chase. There's been some time. Let's get direct, okay? So that's coming out there very much in your energy. Perhaps that's how you're going to be in the month of October there as well, okay? But this is a month of really tapping in. And of course, if you are looking for love, this is a perfect time to meet a partner who offers you a harmonious partnership. And if you are already in a relationship, this month encourages a date night, a couple of date nights, and also raw conversations about your shared future. Also, you're going to lean into friendships a little bit more this month. And I would just watch that Mercury-Pluto clash on the 13th, because it could trigger tensions from things that have built up from the past. You know, the straw that broke the camel's back, that sort of energy there. Also, this is to clear the air. I want you to be aware of that. So if you've been going round and round in circles on a conversation, or you know, a topic, and you're so fed up of it, I feel like, you know, you're breaking that cycle with that energy. Also, if you are expecting any important communications, I would say check hard copy mail, spam folders. This sort of clash can influence critical documents or information getting lost or being missed, or important due dates being missed, or even being left unseen. So just watch out for that as well. Now, of course, on a global scale, all these positive and challenging energies will affect us. So I will tap into what my guides gave me for global energies for the month of October. If you don't wish to hear this, please fast forward until I hold up your first card. But if you're here with me for it, then of course it's time to look to the skies, because we have 6 rare active comets. The comet, the lemon comet, and of course they will be very prominent in the skies, but we also have a mysterious 3-eye atlas that will reach its closest point to the sun on the 30th of October. Now, comets are harbingers of great change and political upheaval. They disrupt the natural order of cycles, and my guides gave me specific images And I'll just give you what I saw. Okay, I saw a state funeral march honoring someone of national significance. Gold and red shall be their color, my guide said. Also, we may see a resignation of someone of influence. They leave under a cloud of speculation, perhaps even a link to a media outlet's demise. So let's bank that and see what happens there. The economy also makes another brief tumble, and that will become critical at the end of October, but it will climb back and regain any losses there. And also, because we have Neptune influencing us so heavily during this period, it's often associated with confusion and, of course, illusion. It's retrograding back into the sign of Pisces on the 22nd of October, right up until the 10th of December. And this really is a big deal globally. You know, this combination, Neptune and Pisces, is referred to as the era of monumental deception. But when Neptune retrogrades, of course, it exposes illusion. So it's here that we'll see the greatest of reveals. Partnered with Mercury opposing Uranus, means it's going to be shocking news. Sextiling Pluto, it's something that's been hidden for some time. This is going to occur on the 29th or 30th of October. I mean, it's all happening in and around that time. I mean, 3i Atlas is getting close to the sun, so it may affect our energy levels. That's just gearing up towards, you know, Halloween period. And of course, we have Uranus making noise just before Halloween. So there could be some shocking global tensions or events that occur during this time, especially with talks regarding combative plans being mobilized. Now, also this period, because Neptune and Pisces is connected to water-related events, my guides have been giving me this very deep surface seismic shift. And this could occur during this period, of course. Now, I hope I'm wrong. It's very hard to predict exact dates, but it's definitely something to keep our eye on. My guides gave me a very delicate time frame energetically for us all is the end of October until the second week of November. My guides keep pointing to the Cascadia Basin across the Aleutian Plain. Well, it's actually this way across there towards the Java Trench. As I mentioned in previous predictions, a ring of fire, very delicate. We've seen increased activity there, but my guides are indicating it's nearing the time where we may see a larger event in that area. And again, I hope I'm wrong on that, but, you know, it's something to look out for there as well. Now, we also have, of course, conversations in and around weather activity, maybe adding category 6 to the scale in order to account for increased weather intensities. And again, I mentioned this before, and it's just to factor in some alternative kind of information that they're discovering about weather systems at this moment in time. Nothing scary. I want you to be aware of that. But it's a conversation that you may see in the news. I'm just mentioning it because sometimes that can really increase anxiety. And I want you to be aware it's something that's been in the mix for a while, my guides have said, but it's something that may be kind of like launched as we start to close out the year. So yeah, I'm just mentioning it because my guides wanted me to. But there's so many layers to what could go on with the energy. And this month is all about clearing space for positive new beginnings. And I can see with you, you're definitely doing that. You're locked onto that energy already. It's almost like you're ahead of the energy, clearing space, clearing down your workload, staying on top of things. But October, personally, means that something rewarding is yours for the taking. But you're also offered an opportunity to invest in something new that will yield more abundance as you close out the year. So it feels like the next 3-month period is really connected, and you're leaning into nurture all that you hold dear. You're closing out the chapters you know that have run their course in your life. You're reinvesting in yourself. You're watching your investments yield the results that you've been working hard towards. And those investments don't have to be in terms of money, can be in terms of your energy, your time, your focus. And also, you know, this month is about embracing unity, to share your light and gravitate towards the light in others. The world definitely needs more light, and we collectively are the spark to raise those vibrations. And of course, you have the world there, so a lot of you have world events on your mind. Some of you may be even thinking about new vacational getaways, where you want to go to on those getaways, or maybe some of you are thinking about relocating and looking at life abroad in some way, especially with the world energy. Some of you may be thinking about retiring, where you want to retire to. You may be thinking about long-term goals and plans. So a lot going on with you this month, my beautiful Taurians. I feel like you're doing it all. You're holding it all together. And your first card there is the Death card. Now, this can literally symbolize a new month. It can be that you're so like over September and you're embracing everything that is, you know, on offer for you in October, and it feels like you're coming up for air in something. So if you've been under a lot of pressure, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. But this transformation card, it indicates new beginnings, of course. So it can be an end of an era for some of you on something. So it could be that you're leaving a workspace in order to move into something new, leaving a building in order to move to a new building or a new environment, new neighborhood, new country for some of you. Some of you could just be like making some lifestyle changes and choices that open you up to a most positive way of living, or a new cycle where you are breaking habits, breaking cycles of repeat, you know, making sure you reaffirm your boundaries and making sure no one crosses those boundaries. The transformation card indicates that you're doing October a little bit differently, okay? And of course, because you have the Death card and the Fool card there, it can be that you're looking at the ends of products like expiry dates, visas, passports, especially since you have the World card. It can be that you're looking at travel documents and expiry dates, or credit card documents or credit cards coming to expiry dates, getting renewals. Some of you may be looking at service providers, insurance, contracts, certificates, things that are coming to their natural end, and you may be deciding to renew some things, or even if something has run its course, you may be finding something new to replace it. So that can be anything from, you know, perhaps service provider that you've used for a long time. You may have been very loyal there, but you may feel like the prices are increasing and the service is not changing, or it's not up to scratch. It could be that, you know, you are finding better deals elsewhere, or it could be that you are deciding to like look at places that you normally frequent, that you want to try something new. So these energies can be applied across the board, but change is definitely going to open you up to more fun, because that Fool card indicates that there's a softer, more playful side coming out, especially at the end of the month. So this could be an event that you're going to, or something that you're looking forward to there. And the World card indicates you're getting everything done so that you can be free of your responsibilities and your projects to go out and have a little bit more fun there, and a little more excitement. Now, of course, the World card indicates you are very goal-oriented. Your 12th house is influencing you at the beginning of the month. And the Death card can indicate that a lot of you are focused on the changes that you're making in your life in order to connect to your higher self. So it could be that you're cutting out a food substance, or, you know, deciding to cut something out that perhaps has clouded your judgment on something, or makes you feel lethargic, or just doesn't feel good anymore. Sometimes we go through cycles of liking something a lot, and then we have it a lot, and then suddenly we're like, oh, you know what, I don't want to see that anymore. You know, I'm certainly the same with that on like food substances. I'll go through a period where I'm like eating this one thing that I love so much, and then suddenly I'm like, oh, I don't really want it anymore. I've outgrown that. I'll revisit it at a later time, but it feels very much like something that perhaps you've been having a lot of, or that you want to kind of like move away from at this time. You're making those changes in the month of October there. But we have a lot to celebrate for my beautiful Taurians. The Three of Cups, you know, this is about friendships. So a lot of you, there could be a change in your friendships. For some of you, this could be that one of your friends gets an opportunity and you're seeing that they're moving away. So it could be they're moving into a new neighborhood, or it can be that, you know, they're moving abroad. Or for some of you, it could be you, that you have got an opportunity and you're celebrating yourself, but it means changes in your environment or changes in your group activities. Maybe you are looking at an opportunity that sets you free, that's very exciting, that you'll celebrate, but at the same time, that success comes with a lot of change. moving into a new place or moving into a new era. I actually feel it's something really positive for you to celebrate, but with that Two of Pentacles, some of you may be sitting on the fence or a little bit undecided about how you feel about it at this moment in time, because it does mean change. So if you've got a big new opportunity there, but it means you moving abroad for it, or it means you moving to a new neighborhood, it could be that you're looking at all that you leave behind rather than all the positive things that are ahead of you. You can share your time and your energy. There is balance there. You can have the best of both worlds. So I feel it's a great deal for you. Whatever this is, go for it. It helps you have a real breakthrough. You've been guided to this position. So the Five of Cups is like, don't be focusing on what you're set to remove from your life or move away from only momentarily, because I feel like, it's an opportunity for people to come and visit you or to have new adventures, for example. So that's coming through strongly there for you. If you haven't received this good news, I feel a lot of you in the first into the second week. So it feels like a week and a half into October. There's definitely something to celebrate here for you. And this could be something that has changed recently, or it is something that perhaps you've been working towards and you're starting to see the changes really take shape, and there's a win. Three of Cups is a relief. It also indicates that you're rewarded with something, or, it's better luck for some of you, because cups are all about how you feel, but when you apply it to finances, this can be that, there is some sort of surprise or extra money available. Now, because we've got the Two of Pentacles there, I would say a lot of you, it can be that, you're shuffling money around and you may be surprised that you managed to save a little bit more than you expected, or it can be that there is a surprise interest rate rise in your savings, and it feels like, oh, that's a little nice something for you there. But ultimately, the Three of Cups, I see a lot of you wanting to be a little bit more sociable. Now, your 12th house is actually opposing that, because the 12th house means you want to withdraw into yourself, into your thoughts, into your projects, be a little bit more of a homebody. So you're going to have a little bit of a battle there, because that Two of Pentacles is nudging you to have balance, to go out there, be sociable. I see some invitations coming through for you. Some of you may even be hosting an event at your home, and you may be just making some tweaks or changes there in order to accommodate this event or this hosting, for example. And I feel like with your nearest and dearest, you don't really need to change anything. They love you as you are, and they take your home as it is. Okay, so yeah, I just want you to be aware of that. But Three of Cups is a great card. It's a protagonist energy, so it definitely means that, you have a circle of support, or you're leaning into that circle of support. Some of you may even be making preparations to see people that you haven't seen for a while and go out and have fun and discuss life. And, there is unity in this. But I feel there could be a celebration as well coming on in that changes everything. So, because we have the Death card, and of course this is a month of honoring the ancestors, and your 12th house is all about spirituality. A lot of you could be honoring someone who is missing from the table at this time, someone who has transitioned and gone beyond the veil, someone who's no longer on this earthly plane. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there and so much love. There's going to be lots of moments where you really feel this person's presence, but especially during moments of laughter is what I'm being given. I'm getting a lot of laughter right now. I feel there are messages coming through, though, strongly when you're in silence. Okay, so I know that sounds like they're opposing energies there, but you have Two of Pentacles, so it's like in both moments. So when there's increased laughter, there's a lot of energy. There's going to be a remembrance of somebody. So this could be like a feast date or celebration of someone's life there. Sending you a huge hug out there if you've recently gone through a bereavement and you've been managing some very challenging emotions there. But I feel a lot of you are kind of trying to celebrate life, celebrate the memory of this person. And this person, they have not left your side, is what I'm seeing there. I'm being given this message, even though you can't see me, doesn't mean I'm not there. So not in a creepy way. I want you to be aware of that. I just want you to be aware you're going to have lots of moments of presence with this person. Now, I'm just being shown a baby's rattle. Okay, that's what I'm being shown right now, baby's rattle. So this could be that they're trying to symbolize noise, or maybe some sort of sound or memory from childhood is going to be triggered, and that's when you're going to feel them the most. So that's something that's coming through with a lot of love and respect. I'm going to remove myself from that energy, okay? But you're going to hear noise that reminds you of them, or interesting, I'm also seeing a guitar now, and there may be a note that gets played on that guitar. And you're like, what, how did that happen? Don't be paranoid or anything like that. It's someone who's saying, I'm here, I love you, tune in, hear me, I got messages for you, messages of love, Page of Cups, lots of love here. This person wants you to be aware you're protected, lots of changes going on in the world right now. Do not worry, do not fret, celebrate the moment. Okay, so again, with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to remove myself from the energy. That's very precise, may not resonate with everyone, but it just came in there very strong, so I had to mention it. Three of Cups, you're wanting to do more things that you enjoy, and of course, follow your heart on things. You know, Three of Cups as well can be that you're ready to fall in love with your life, but also I feel like there could be a budding relationship here, evolving during a celebration or a party, because this is a party here. Feels like some sort of party or an event could change your life in some way in the month of October. But I feel a lot of you, this could be that you are falling in love with a person or having feelings for a person. But also, some of you, there may be a news of a pregnancy or a birth around you. For some of you, if you're wanting to get pregnant, this could be you. Okay, so this could be a monumental change. The Death card symbolizes monumental change there. So it could be that you remove yourself from alcoholic beverages if you find out you're pregnant, for example. Some of you, you know, that's just coming through there. That's not going to resonate with all of you. But there is kind of pregnancy news around you. So it could be your neighbor or your neighbor's child, or it could be like someone you work with, or, you know, you get the drill. So I feel that's something you will celebrate as well. But with that Three of Cups and the Death card, I feel a lot of you are celebrating some changes that are going to just help you have like a relief there. There is news that you will celebrate. Two of Pentacles is keeping balance, the duality of life. You know, I feel also you're trying to remain adaptable. You've been going through so many changes right now, but some of the changes in October, you're absolutely going to love and celebrate there. Two of Pentacles also indicates a commitment, multitasking, being super busy. I feel a lot of you are going to celebrate being busy because it means you're earning money. I feel a lot of you with that Two of Pentacles there, your money fluctuates during this month. It's not that it's easy come, easy go. I just feel like you make your money because you worked really hard for it, and then you may portion off or move money around to make your bills work, of course. But I feel like you're staying on top of your financial management and strategy. I feel you're being balanced with your finances. It feels like the money kind of remains the same, but there could be some money-making ideas that come towards you if you want to increase your finances. I mean, there could be a small increase in finances here. This could be in line with inflation, or it could be, as I mentioned, some sort of financial institution giving a little bit more of an interest rate yield. Okay, because I feel like it's just a small, but it kind of feels a lot of you are maintaining and sustaining when it comes to your finances. Two of Pentacles can indicate you're involved in something. Things are starting to develop for you. I feel this is unexpected developments that are going to be celebrated, or something is coming into being for you, and one way or another your dreams are being made manifest in the material world, and I feel like things are starting to take shape or sprout in the way that you hope for, but also in unexpected ways that you will celebrate. And I feel like it's like there are changeable conditions at the beginning of the month, but you're going to love the changes because I feel it sets you free. It helps you lock onto a goal. And I feel with that Six of Swords, it's like you're guided out of a challenging time, or something was hard won, but you kind of are excited about the way things develop and end in that situation, and it helps you move into uncharted territory. So that could be applied in so many different ways in your life. For example, if you're currently searching for a job, if you've been out of work for a while and you're a little bit worried about your finances, you've been utilizing your resources and you're feeling something needs to change, suddenly with that Three of Cups, there could be a friend who tells you about a job opportunity going where they're at, or maybe they discover something and they send it through to you and go, oh my gosh, you'd be perfect for this. And it can be, you know, a dream job opportunity. I feel like you have more independence in this role. It feels more like a stand-alone position for a lot of you, okay? You will get opportunities to integrate, but it feels whatever it is you're doing, you're kind of set apart in some way. And I feel like you seal a deal, okay? And with that Five of Cups, there's an energy of there's going to be some tasks in this role that you don't love. I mean, there's always something that you don't love, but the Five of Cups can indicate that, you know, this is something you were kind of hoping for, but were worried wouldn't happen. That's what I'm picking up from this card, because Five of Cups normally means someone who is lamenting something that's been challenging and not aware that there is a deal or an offer being made available or something coming through for you. I would say with that Six of Swords and the World, this is you closing a deal, or it's entering into a new cycle, fresh new start with that Fool card, the beginning of something. For some of you, it's in a different sector or a different line of work. Okay, it feels very much like you can migrate your skill set in some way. Because the Six of Swords is telling me about uncharted territory, or you learning as you earn, or doing something different where you have to kind of like just launch yourself at it and go, well, here it goes. I'm going to trial it out. For some of you, if you work for yourself, this could be you trialing something or soft launching something just to trial it to see how it goes. But then I feel like you lock into it as something that goes better than you ever imagined. And the same with if you're interviewing for a role where you're like, I'm not so sure, you know, if it's everything I want, but then when you investigate it further, go for the interview, you see the potential in it, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is way better than I thought it would be. And then you seal that deal and you have locked in that job opportunity, and you will develop and advance in that role. And I feel it's connected to your calling. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. Now, of course, Two of Pentacles means you're multitasking, very busy, but you're trying to remain balanced. There may be some sort of change in your plans. So you may have to reschedule something. I feel like when you reschedule it, it's going to be a better moment for it, but you may feel a bit frustrated at first. You had to cancel something, or perhaps someone had to cancel on you or let you down, but actually it works out better that way. It either frees up your time or it gives you more time to think about how you want to proceed on something. Also, for some of you, I feel if you've already had something delayed in the past, it could be that this month is the month where you actually go to it or complete it or do something with that, okay? And it feels like, oh, finally you get to do it, or finally you're free of it. That's something that's there as well. A lot of you are locked on to starting something that you're excited about starting, and you complete it to a high degree and you're really proud of yourself. And because we have that 12th house with the Hermit, of course, and the Death card, this can indicate that a lot of you are nurturing yourself, withdrawing in order to recharge your batteries, and learning more about yourself, spiritual development, okay? Now, this can be periods of quietness or silent time or meditation, or maybe even thinking about a spiritual retreat. This could be something that you're yearning for, or even a spa. You know, for some of you, if you're lucky enough and your funds allow, it could be that you and your besties are thinking about going to a spa event, or you're saving for something, saving for an event where you can all be together. Because of course, the Hermit is in the resistance position and the Three of Cups is more prominent. That means you want to spend time with people that you get along with, that you have an affinity with, but you must make time for quiet time. So some of you may actually go off and have a bit of a date night alone. Bring yourself to the movies, for example, or settle in with a quiet night to yourself there. This is a card of introspection, really thinking about your path. You know, as you can see, this bear is in hibernation mode. And, you know, when we move into October, it tends to be a hibernating kind of season, of course, depending on where you are in the world. This can be, though, that you are leaning into learning more about who you are, what you want, but also it could be new knowledge that you're seeking. So if you feel like you've come as far as you can with a certain job that you have or a skill that you have, some of you may be seeking to develop because of course you have change and development going on here. I feel like you're locked onto your plans, okay, and you're being consistent in what you're forging away towards accomplishing. But I feel this card indicates that, you know, you may be seeking new knowledge or developing the knowledge that you have to become the best that you are at what you're doing. Also, the Hermit, you know, you're going to need a lot of quiet time alone to counterbalance, because you have that balance card right there. This is being super sociable, going out there celebrating. And of course, the Hermit is like rest, recharge, and kind of like honor your self-care needs during this time, which I feel you definitely will. Now, the introspection card is basically clarified by the Page of Cups, which is all about your sense of purpose, you know, connecting to the things that bring you joy. So if you haven't been doing as many things that you enjoy right now, I feel like you're correcting that balance this month. You're looking at the missing ingredient and doing more of that missing ingredient this month. But that Page of Cups, I feel this is news that you haven't even received yet that is going to come on in. And let me just see the energy. Three monumental moments where you'll celebrate, okay? Now that's a lot. I feel there's a big celebration at the beginning of October. There is 2 pieces of information towards the middle to end of October there that you'll celebrate. One is more monumental than the other. Page of Cups is celebratory, okay? But the Five of Cups tells me you don't see this news coming. So it may be a nice little surprise. It could open up a fresh new start or a fresh new way of thinking or doing something there. Page of Cups, you know, this is love as well. So if you are searching for love, you know, I feel you're not going to find love. And this is like 8 of Wands. I mean, I'm being given 2 energies, of course. So one is like, a lot of you are going to find it rare to find love out and about on your own just because of the cards and the energy at this moment in time. Libra season is all about unity. It's about gatherings. It's about people and balance. So, you know, there's more opportunity for you to find love by being in group scenarios. And I feel like you acknowledge that with that 3 of Cups. Now, this doesn't have to be that you're going out partying. A lot of you are, of course, and there's going to be some fun times in October for you, but this can be that you're leaning into your hobbies or creative endeavors. There may be something creative you're really good at and you want to involve yourself a little bit more, integrate yourself. And I feel that there is a person who, they catch you alone in this group and they come along and they like open up a conversation and they invite you to something else. They're like, hey, I'm doing this thing on like Thursday night. Would you like to come along? Because, you know, I've got a +1 or something and you seem like the sort of person who's into what I'm into. There's just this kind of like casual kind of invitation coming through and there's more behind it. This person has feelings for you, okay? So if you're looking for love and you're attracted to this person, then great. But if you're not, then of course you may let this person down gently and say, you know what, it'd be great, but I'm busy. You know, I feel like with the 6 of Swords, a lot of you, it can be like, if you're not interested, you're moving on. But there is a potential for love here. And a lot of you, this Page of Cups indicates someone you're attracted to, okay? Someone who can have strong Virgo in their chart. Doesn't have to be Virgo, but you know, there's a strong energy of Virgo, Aries, Scorpio coming through here. And I feel there's a lot of love there. And it could develop into something really exciting. In fact, this person and you, it's like you become each other's world as well, in a healthy way. Of course. Now, Page of Cups basically means follow your heart on your endeavors. And I feel like you are quietly reflecting on what is important to you at this time. If you have children as well, I feel some of you may be looking at, well, this is going to resonate for some of you. It feels like it's a new cycle. So some of you may be looking at like your child going off to university or college, or perhaps you're sourcing a new school because there's a development stage here for them. And of course, you may be quietly taking some moments to reflect on the best schools or the best path for them, talking with them as well on where they want to kind of be. And I feel there is an energy where you will have a list of places that perhaps you want your children to go to school or get into college. Or I feel like the list, say if you had 5 on your list, I feel one of them that's in the top 3, there's, how can I put that? It feels like they're not going to get that, okay? But it's like they get the other 4, which is the best. So out of the top 3, one of them is a no, okay? And if you yourself, my beautiful Taurians, are applying for something or going for something, and there is a choice between options, like for example, if you found a new house that you want to go for, and you're like, you've seen 3 and you have your top 3, okay? It can be that the first one and the third one are yeses, but the middle one is a no. And maybe the middle one was the one that was more balanced when it came to the finances. So you could be let down in one of your options. I hate to give that message, but I got to honor the 5 of Cups as it has come there. Some of you may also turn down an opportunity because you feel it's not the right moment. I mean, with the World card, that literally means you're going to be in the right place at the right time for the right opportunity, but it may require you either letting something down, someone down, or canceling on someone so that you can do something that aligns with something you'd rather do. Okay, so I feel you're putting your priorities straight this month and honoring what's important to you, because you give so much of yourself all the time. I feel this month is a month of taking back a little bit more for yourself at this time. So for example, if someone asks you to help them out on something, you're like there for it. But if it occurs on a day where you've booked something, it can be that you're like, okay, look, I got something booked that I've been looking forward to for ages. I can't really help you out on that day. I can help you out earlier in the day if you can like factor that into your plans. But if not, can we do it another day? I'm absolutely here to help out. But I want to honor this one thing that I want to do for myself. There will be balance and restructure. And yeah, you can be helping out another time. Okay, so I just feel like you may need to adjust something here and kind of factor in your own needs first. Okay, now the 8 of Wands, this is definitely news that you've been either waiting for, coming through as well. But I feel there's something coming through that you were not waiting for or not aware of. It's good news. I want you to be aware of that. Also, any delays, if you've been waiting for something or have had delays in some area, the end of October is a flurry of activity and things get moving in the right direction. These 2 cards means, you know, you're going to see some movement and improvement, good communication coming on through, something of an opportunity that's you're going to grab with both hands. I mean, if you run your own business, this could be a new client. This could be a new pathway, could be a new way of work. It could be that you're launching something, as I said, or soft launching something, and it's going to be very lucrative. A lot of you with that world energy, you are expanding your reach or going global in some way in your projects or your endeavors. It could be the beginning of, you know, moving in the right direction for a lot of you. For some of you, this could be that, you know, after a period of working super hard, investing in all your endeavors, you're ready to retire. It can be that this is the month where you are retiring and like launching a new lifestyle, or even being more nomadic, traveling, going abroad there, because you have that 6 of Swords, crossing water for some of you. I mean, a lot of you, this is like you're working really hard and you want a vacation. So you're working towards that and you're getting everything completed to a high degree so you can take a break. And I just feel a lot of you are locked onto that right now. But I feel with that Fool card, this is about you kicking back, relaxing, having fun. But it feels like a monumental cycle is coming to a completion in your life, but it opens you up to a world of new potential or new opportunity. This is a great month for you, and I feel like you're being guided towards this. Also, if you have been tested, some of you may literally be taking a test this month. If that's you, congratulations, you're going to pass with flying colors there. I mean, 5 of Cups indicates you may feel disappointed in some part where you're like, you know what, I could have done better, but I feel this is your inner critic. Be more compassionate with yourself, because I feel actually you did a great job. 3 of Cups, you should be celebrating yourself. There's a win coming on in here. You put in all the hard work and you've been flexible. You adapted to whatever the test threw at you. And I feel like you completed it. You should feel fulfilled. And the Fool card is like, you know, it's a relief. 6 of Swords indicates, you know, you passed that test. and, it's opening opportunities for something greater, something better coming through. But if you just feel like in general, life has been testing you or someone has been testing your patience, I feel there's a lot more balance and you coming through a test and feeling a relief this month, conquering something or something coming to a natural positive conclusion. The cycle is lifting and you just feel lighter for it, okay? Now, with that beginnings card, this can mean a new start in some area. For some of you, you are restarting a diet or an exercise routine or becoming more active. Your sixth house at the end of the month is saying pay attention to your routines. So that's mainly your health, of course, being consistent with those routines, health-related routines, diet, daily routines, exercise, things like that. But the Fool card can indicate you factor something in. So for example, if you normally hit the gym, it can be that you feel like you've reached a certain level and perhaps your body gets used to certain exercises and you may be factoring in a new exercise to, test yourself a little bit further. If you lift a certain amount in the gym, I see all those people lifting those heavy weights and I'm like, no, I'm just going to avoid that, right? I'm not very good at that sort of thing. But if you feel like, you've reached your level, you may be adding extra sort of weight to it and reaching a new level. For some of you, this could be you having new recipes, new kind of diet-related plans. A lot of you may be changing the way you do something in order to factor in like a new route to somewhere in your neighborhood. Or perhaps you're looking at your neighborhood in a different way, where you want to try out that new restaurant that's just popped up around town, or that new cafe that has new management, or, a new park, whatever it is. I feel like you want something new. This month is all about leaning into tradition, but this card indicates you are seeking something new or you are excited about opening up to the alternative at this time. Now, of course, we have that world energy. So these two cards, this can be that you're going to a new holiday destination, or it can be that you are having a new start abroad. Some of you are relocating, migrating, moving your business abroad. Maybe these are things that you're thinking about at this time or adapting to, wanting to move towards and make those changes. So you're reflecting on the best way possible. Eight of Wands can indicate that, it's a plan in motion right now. It hasn't fully formed. It's going to move forward there. It's something you would love to do, but perhaps there's steps you need to ruminate on with that Hermit energy. But the World card indicates you will complete it. You will complete that cycle. Now, of course, this card is you focusing on the whole of your life. So I feel like you're doing a lot of things right now. And this card also indicates fulfillment and contentment at the end of the month. Things coming into a perfect harmony, but you strove for this balance. There is a lot to celebrate, but also I feel like you set yourself up to springboard to more, or you open new doors for yourself there. The Five of Cups can indicate, we win some, we lose some, but I feel like you've got more to win and more to gain this month. And, the Five of Cups energy can also indicate that you're looking at shortages in life, difficulties, and trying to find balance. Because, of course, economically, things are challenging right now, so you may be moving money around, trying to make your money work, look for better deals elsewhere, hold back on purchases that will be discounted at the end of the year, or seasonal discounts, for example. A lot of you may be thinking about that at this time. Some of you may also be thinking about second streams of income, taking up like a seasonal job during this period. I actually feel like you're going to love it. I feel like you're disappointed that you have to even do this for some of you. Not all of you are going to be doing this, of course, but I feel once you are in the throes of it, you're going to love it, and you're going to build solid partnerships and friendships in that new endeavor there as well. The Five of Cups can indicate that, things have been challenging, but you're going to get through this, and you're actually on the precipice of turning a corner. Okay, and if you're going through a healing cycle or you've been grieving, because the Five of Cups with that Death card and the Three of Cups, it can be that you've been grieving. And I'm sending you, as I said, so much love and hugs out there. Six of Swords, this means it's a process, that those moments of grief will test you in different ways. Anger, rage, numbness, questioning, feeling bereft, lost. You're going to go through that, but I feel there is this energy of coming to a more manageable state in those emotions. And I feel that you're going to get lots of moments of clarity and confirmation that that person has not left your side. Okay, that they protect you and they direct you. And, you know, there's monumental change here. But I feel like you are someone who is being guided and protected, and they are still with you. Okay, and you're going to see lots of those signs there as well. Now, Six of Swords, of course, is an energy of either relocating, moving forward, upgrading your life, transitioning to something greater. It's really interesting because I just feel like your life is having an upgrade. Okay, you worked really hard for this. It just feels like you are developing something that will upgrade right now, or something that you will pass as a test. If you're learning new skills, or, you know, having more knowledge there with that Hermit energy, I feel that this is going to help you advance in some way. Six of Swords is definitely you turning a corner for the better, and that, you know, you're managing things in a different way, or you're completing something and kind of like moving on to things that have more potential, or even just like closing down your workload or your responsibilities, your tasks, so that you can have fun, so you can kick back, relax. Because I just feel a lot of you, there is an event that you're looking forward to. I feel a lot of you are working towards this, and you're just being a little bit stricter with your energy and making some changes to adapt, like getting up earlier, getting ahead of yourself. And I feel a lot of you are being super productive in order to get everything out of the way so you can cut loose and be fancy free there. What else am I getting from this? Some of you, there is this energy of running. Now, it could be that you're in training for something right now, or maybe you are deciding to run a marathon or a race for charity, but it could be that you're testing yourself. Okay, testing your stamina to sustain a momentum on something towards your goals. You know, I feel like you are going to be very busy, but I feel like you have that stamina to get through there. And although you may be feeling uncertain about the outcomes, I can see a lot of success here. I just heard dream of a bigger opportunity as well come through there, dream of a bigger opportunity. So it could be that something is being offered to you and perhaps you're happy with it, but there's a better one to come. You're calling it in. What else am I getting with that? I mean, swords are all about the mind and communication. So I feel a lot of you are developing healthy dialogues around your needs and communicating those from a healthy space, especially if you have children. It can be that it's been challenging there, really tested you, but I feel that you find a way to communicate in a more balanced way where they don't test your patience or your nerves there, for example. A lot of you, especially as I'm picking up this very strong energy, if you're a parent and your children are going off to college, for example, you may be worried, or you may be having empty nest syndrome, or perhaps there's going to be some sort of monumental event and your child isn't going to be there for it, or someone isn't going to be there for it. It may disappoint you briefly, but of course I feel like you get through this and acknowledge that, you know, they are independent and they've made their choice, or perhaps it's something they can't get out of there as well. What else am I getting? I mean, for some of you, if you are pregnant, I feel, especially if your due date is in around this date, I feel, of course, Six of Swords, you're protected and directed accordingly. Things going smoothly there. Baby arrives on time, I would say, and, you know, cause for celebration. But, you know, you are going to have to make some monumental changes or adapt to a new way of life. It just feels like, you know, your old cycle of life has come to a natural conclusion, and now you're embracing this change or this new way of living, and there's a lot of joy that comes with that. Five of Cups, for some of you, you know, you may feel drained, of course, and you may at moments lament, you know, some of your time or quiet time, or I don't feel like you see it as challenging because the Six of Swords is there. It just feels natural, but I feel it's a really big shift and you're adapting to that, because Two of Pentacles is adapting or blending your energies, being flexible. But congratulations if that's you, because I can see that your child is going to be someone who is a great influencer in the world as well there, okay? Someone's very intelligent. That's coming through there very strongly. Just going to go get some final cards for you as I close out your reading. I just feel a lot of you are making some major changes and you're creating new pathways to advance. I mean, you have a lot of advancement cards, especially after a period of feeling there's been a bit of a pause. You've got branch out, independent. I think I mentioned that in your reading, going off and doing something by yourself, date night for yourself there. Foresight, maturing. So we've got branching out, expanding your reach. So that's seeing things outside your usual parameters, whether it is trying new restaurants, cafes, things like that. It says here, expanding your reach, more work, side hustle. I did mention some of you may take a seasonal role. It says here, growing new ideas, franchises, and planting roots. Some of you may be relocating or really asking yourself, where is home? And I feel like you will celebrate finding, you know, a property that you can call your own. This is a big month for it. I feel like you have to turn something down. You narrow it down to 2 is what I'm being given, but you're guided to 1. 1 is definitely something that's going to steal your heart, and you're going to go with your heart on that one, okay? What else am I getting? I mean, the Fool card is all about independence as well, so this could be you branching off to do different things away from your community, be more independent. I mean, some of you, it could be you being an independent worker, setting up your own business. But it says here, go your own way, unique path, self-starter, own business, freelancing, and being a boss. Okay, so a lot of you stepping into leadership roles. I mean, I feel this is something that's developing. Okay, and it's something that will kind of solidify a little bit later on. We also have foresight. It says, seeing into the future, planning ahead. I think I did mention that, you know, honoring your time, trying to get ahead of yourself. It says here, early retirement. Some of you are thinking about your 401ks, early retirement, trying to compound your wealth in order to lock onto financial strategies. So you may be learning about that as well. Material gains, career arc. Okay, so of course, you're going to be locked onto your finances, keeping an eye on your finances, making sure they work for you, keeping everything running smoothly. I mean, this month, it's not that nothing is happening, my beautiful Taurians, because I feel a lot is happening for you, but your 12th house, which is all about stillness, tapping into your personal power, grounding yourself, healing, of course, checking in with quiet time, but also looking at any limiting beliefs so you can smash through those beliefs or those glass ceilings in your life. Really tapping into blossoming, being your best self. Your 12th house is all about that, but also it can be that you are a little bit more curious about the unknown, settling down with documentaries about things that are curious that we haven't quite discovered yet, looking at spirituality or paranormal or, you know, space activity, for example. You know, 12th house is a little bit more stillness, curiosity, philosophizing life. And of course, the 6th house is daily routines, staying on top of your repayment plans, being organized, you know, giving time to your pets or to the people, you know, in your life. Some of you will actually have a familiar come and visit you there. And if it's a cat, it may want to stick around. So you may adopt a pet in the month of October there. But, you know, your 6th house is about the details, keeping everything running smoothly. So this month is more about maintaining and sustaining, fostering moments to go out and have fun and joy, locking onto your goals, keep things developing. Consistency is the key to your success. You know, closing out projects, completing what you start. There is good news coming on in here. And I feel something sets you up for November and beyond there as well. And I just feel like you're protected and directed, and you're having the foresight to lock onto your long-term goals as well as short-term goals there as well. A lot of you are just taking stock of how things are developing, calculating the next steps. And I mean, I don't see anything negative here. I mean, there may be someone who has an unrealistic expectation of you in the middle of the month there, and you may want to withdraw from this person's drama. Okay, it's like, don't put your stuff on me. I feel like you remove yourself from something and try and simplify the situation, but I don't see anything negative there. And finally, we've got maturing. You know, maturing literally means making different decisions or responding differently to challenging situations or becoming more comfortable with yourself and your decisions. But it says here, growing affluence, diversifying, stepping into your power, the benefits. You have a lot of strength, gain, and authority. So you are taking accountability and responsibility for your life. This can indicate that, you know, you are locked onto something that's important to you and you're not going to stop until it's done or completed, or that you're successful in it. And this is about having value in yourself and making sure that, you know, you conduct yourself in a way where people respect you and you honor your sovereignty there. But it's like things are developing for you right now, or you're growing into something that's maturing, into something that's going to be very successful or bring you stability. I just feel things are maturing, bubbling up, or you're looking at the long term. Now, of course, if you are retiring, it can be that you're on a different pace than other people. It can be that some of your soul tribe haven't retired at the same time as you, and you're trying to find independent activities to do, but also do things with people together as well. You may book a vacation or plan something for later on for you and your besties to go and travel. You're going to have a wonderful time there as well. You may even hear that one of your besties will be retiring very soon if you're retired already, and that just brings you both together and you can do more activities together there as well. I'm going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. We have the bee. Yes, very busy. I mean, this means you're in service to keeping your life running smoothly. There is reward, of course. You're working hard for it, but I feel there's a lot of activity there. And also community, leaning into community, going to events that bring people together at this time. But I feel, yeah, busy month ahead. You're locked onto your goals. You're completing everything. You're going to stay on top of things. Even if something is time sensitive, you're going to get everything completed as it should. And you may be looking at rolling contracts as well, renewals. And I just feel like you get better deals elsewhere if you're looking at renewals. So it could be that you are looking at independent companies at this time rather than, you know, perhaps a company that you've been loyal to for some time, but you feel like their service is slipping. So random that comes out at the end, but that's something that's there as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Taurians. Thank you so much, and love and light.